This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Over the weekend with the beautiful weather, I was introduced to a drink that changed my life.
Okay.
As soon as I took a sip of it, it's almost like, you know those videos where someone takes a sip of something or they close their eyes and they're instantly like brought to a memory or brought somewhere beautiful?
100%.
As soon as you take a sip of this drink, you are on the beach in Mexico.
Okay.
So you get a Corona and you drink it enough. So what's the top of a bottle called?
Neck.
You drink the entire neck.
Yeah.
And then you fill it with a little bit of tequila or a lot, if that's your jam. Grenadine.
Like you pour in the bottle. You're pouring
Into the bottle.
Okay.
A little bit of grenadine and a little bit of orange juice. And then with your lime, you shove it in, flip it upside down quickly so everything blends together.
Okay.
It is so good. I mean, the hangover's not the best. So I would also at the same time recommend a lot of mixing in H2O.
Right.
Couple Tylenol before you go to bed. But man.
Corona, tequila, grenadine.
Wait.
Orange juice.
Corona, drink the neck. Tequila, grenadine, orange juice. Flip it upside down with the lime. You are in Mexico. You're at a resort.
Are you a fan of cheese?
Don't insult me. Of course.
Cheese, super expensive, right? A brick what? $10, $12, whatever. So and a lot of the times it goes moldy before we finish it, right? But it's the best price when you buy the bigger one. So what you do is you open up all the take it all out of the plastic, 100%.
So wait a minute. You completely destroy the plastic?
Just open it up.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Throw in garbage. Here's what you do. Once you're done slicing or grating whatever you need for supper or whatever, right?
Saran wrap.
No. Tin foil. Bust open a huge piece of tin foil, put the cheese in there, wrap it up. It's going to last forever. It will never mold.
What?
It will never mold.
I've never seen anyone use tinfoil, so
Yes.
I'm very intrigued.
And it will last I'm serious, 3-4 weeks in the fridge. No problem.
And you've done this. You're not this isn't just something you read on the internet.
Every day. That's all we do. Boom.
It is National Caesar Day on Thursday. You have to get your Caesar fixings now before they jack up the prices.
Exactly. Because the May long weekend's coming. So they're going to jack it up, right?
Okay.
So
I'll write that down.
get
I
your
need to get
Clamato,
it.
pickles.
Also, something we're learning here is we have drinking problems.
Big time.
Ryder wanted to sleep in today, which he deserves to every once in a while. That guy he's taken one sick day in his entire 14-year radio career.
Whoa, okay.
He's not sick today. Don't worry. He just took the day off so he could sleep in. Jonny Jazzno is filling in, and it's so nice to have you here this morning. Are you exhausted, though?
Yeah, I did not sleep well last night. The wind, what was with that?
Yeah, the wind, and were you kind of nervous?
I was a little nervous that I would mess up and hit the wrong button.
I think you're doing a really good job.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So with Ryder not being here this morning, as much as we all love him, we all know that he can be kind of annoying sometimes. So we've collected the top 5 most irritating sounds from Ryder that we don't miss. We do have an honorable mention. It's his bird call.
Okay. You want that one first? Here we go.
I think it's pretty good, but why do you do it every morning?
Is that how he starts his day?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, you want number 5? Here we go.
No, we don't say that here.
He's just constantly shutting down my suggestions off air. No, we don't do that. I'm like, okay.
Number 4.
How you can say that again?
Oh, he does that all the time.
You can say that again.
Okay, number 3 is my favorite. Here we go.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's not my favorite.
That one's so good. Number 2 comes from the song OMC, How Bizarre.
Destination unknown.
He's obsessed with that lyric for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
Destination unknown.
Jonny, you're the music director. If you could just delete that song from the system for the rest of eternity, that'd be great. Okay, and coming in at number 1, the most irritating Ryder sound that we don't miss this morning. Jonny, what are you doing tomorrow morning? Can you come in again, please?
Sure.
Tell me something
Good. For Gabriella Cruz Boudoir and Photography. Be your beautiful self and discover the art of boudoir at gabriellacruz.ca.
106. 94.7.
Yeah, you heard that right. We're sponsored.
Cool.
Gabriella Cruz on Instagram. Highly recommend you go and follow that account. They're amazing, and it's so fitting to be the sponsor for Tell Me Something Good because they make you feel good.
Nice.
I love that. So my story today is about a kid, a 7-year-old girl named Cameron, who is learning in the first grade how to write persuasive letters. So for her assignment, she actually ended up writing a letter to Old Navy. This is what she wrote. Dear Old Navy, I do not like that the front pockets of the girls' jeans are fake. I want real front pockets because I want to be able to put my hands in them. I would also like to put things in them. Would you consider making girls' jeans with front pockets that are not fake? Thank you for reading my request. 7 years old.
Cute.
Old Navy has since responded and sent her 4 pairs with real pockets.
Awesome.
Tell me something good.
Okay, ready for the Johnny version this morning?
Yep.
Volunteers successfully rescued 826 baby turtles from an underground storm drain along the Jersey shore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
So as soon as these turtles were freed, did they hit up the gym and then did they tan and do their laundry?
That's part of their rehab. They're going back to the wild in a year.
Tell me something good.
What happened between you and an animal or an insect where you tried to help it in some sense?
Okay.
Over the weekend on Saturday, it was just gorgeous outside, right?
Awesome weekend.
And it was funny because I was just randomly talking about ants and how I find them to be so fascinating how they work. Their entire life, all they want to do is serve the queen. And I was like, mad respect.
Okay.
And as I'm talking about this, I'm eating sour cream and onion popcorn.
Okay.
And I dropped a couple like half kernels on the ground outside.
Let's just pause the story for a second. How many Coronas deep are we right now?
How many kernels deep?
Coronas.
Oh, Coronas. I'd say about, 4.
Okay, continue.
So having a good time. A lot of kernels deep too. And all of a sudden, in my peripheral, I see an ant pulling one of the half kernels that I dropped. And I was like, good for you. Get it.
Bring this back.
Bring this back to your queen. Ants can carry 5,000 times their weight. Like, I just think they're fascinating.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, there's a little gust of wind and the little piece of popcorn flies away.
Oh, no.
So I went and I got it. I picked it up. I brought it back to the ant. And I was like, here you go, little buddy. Take this. Then I'm watching it the entire time because it's such a, you can see the kernel. It's like a big piece of white. And it's just traveling across the pavement. All of a sudden, it gets to a wall where it's clearly climbing to get back to its anthill. And it's climbing halfway up the wall. It falls. And it falls and it tries again. And I'm like, oh. Like, I don't want to get in there and mess with the circle of life or anything. But at the same time, I'm like, I can help them. So I grab a leaf.
You're making a bridge.
I'm making like a little landing pad for the next time the ant falls. And of course, it fell.
Right.
And it landed on my leaf and I helped it and I put it at the top of where it was aiming to go.
Is he still carrying the popcorn?
It's still carrying the popcorn. And then at this point, it falls forward into the pond. And I was like, it's your problem now. I did my best. But I really did try.
You didn't help him in the pond?
No, because I didn't think it was going towards the pond, but then it ended up, I think it took a detour and didn't realize there would be water there. You'd think it'd be able to float with the popcorn. Wasn't the case. But I tried my best. So this was like a good 10-minute job for me.
That ended tragically.
It was a very tragic ending, but we wanted to hear from you about a time that you've helped an animal or an insect. You really just tried your best.
Rob, go ahead.
My wife seen an owl, something moving in the trees, and it just looked kind of weird. So we walked over, and there was an owl that his wings had been all tangled up with fishing line, and it was all strung through the trees. So he was just kind of dangling there. So we called Wild Rescue. Me and the guy had cut some branches down and net him, and I think he's on the mend now.
How high was the owl?
It was about 30 feet in the air, so we had a ladder and some duct tape and some poles. So it Might not have been the prettiest rescue ever, but we got him.
That is wholesome. I appreciate that. Nikki wrote in saying, "Aw, that's so sweet, Lisa. I'm sure the aunt appreciated the help. I put a little caterpillar from the roof of my car. I saw a little caterpillar on the roof of my car and brought him/her to a bush nearby to hang with all the other pillar friends." That's so precious. And then this is hands down, I think, my favorite text we've ever received from Kyle.
Okay.
It says, there was a lobster stuck upside down on its back at the supermarket. My wife took the tongs and turned him around.
Like flipped him over?
Flipped him over.
So he could just chill.
Be nice and relaxed before its boiled bath. Eventually.
Hi, Lisa.
Sorry, I didn't know my mic was on. Classic. Just chatting away in here. We are asking you about a time that you helped save an animal or an insect, whatever. Sarah wrote in, love you, Sarah, saying, "I grew up on a deer farm, and my mom and I would bottle feed any babies that got abandoned by their mamas. After eating, they would suckle on our ears."
What?
I am coming to realize here that majority of our listeners care so much about the bees. And I think it's because, thank God, Cheerios cereal had that PSA on the box.
Right.
Because that's how we all found out about this, right? That if the bees die off,
Everything goes.
we're donezo. So several people writing in about how they've helped aid like a dying bumblebee by giving them sugar water. That's so nice.
That's
to
what you're
see.
supposed to do?
Yeah, you're supposed to like put sugar and water on a spoon and leave it beside them and then drink it.
No.
Yes.
Oh, now I feel super bad.
What are you doing to them?
Well, no.
You're like, here's some Cheerios. I heard you like these.
I saw it on the box. One was like crawling on our driveway, he looked semi-wounded, and he was like,
Yeah. What did you do to help it?
I just scurried him into the grass.
Johnny.
I didn't know the sugar water thing.
They're thirsty.
didn't-
Okay, we're all learning today. Melissa wrote in saying, "I nearly got hit by a city bus grabbing a pigeon off of the middle of St. Albert Trail many years ago."
Isn't that a super busy
It is
road?
a very busy road. I mean, then again, if she was at one of the red lights that last 6 minutes straight, she was probably safe.
You got time.
But I love that. So many caring listeners. Love to see it. Have you heard of the term Cheugy? No. Apparently, a 23-year-old named Gabby has coined the term, stating that it was conceived to describe people who are slightly off trend.
Okay.
Slightly off trend. So I don't know if it's a bad thing. I don't think it's beaking people that are cheugy, but I did want to do a quick quiz to find out if Johnny, you're cheugy, and if our listeners are in fact cheugy. So out of this list of things that I'm going to say, you need to count how many of them are you.
Okay.
Maybe it is making fun of them, because here's another definition. Someone who's out of touch or trying too hard.
Oh, no.
Okay, number one. Do you have any kind of decor that has writing on it? In your house? For example, Live, Laugh, Love or Life's a Beach.
We have like a family one.
And what does it say on it?
It's like family.
Family first. Is it like family first?
Not family first.
Is it in like some sort of cursive writing on the wall?
Not cursive, but it has like family, and then like it's hard to see the words family because there's like other words around it.
Oh, that's cheugy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What about, do you have a but first coffee sign near the coffee machine?
No, I have a mug that says like dad, husband, something.
That's cheugy. Okay, next on the list. Do you use, this one blows my mind.
Okay.
Apparently it's cheugy to use Instagram captions to actually like title the pictures you post.
Yes, all the time. 100%.
Me too.
So we're both cheugy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any girl boss energy or paraphernalia? Do you have that on a mug that maybe you gave to your wife as a gift? Like hashtag girl boss?
Not girl boss. I think I got her the opposite one of my mug that says wife, mom, whatever.
See, that's cute, but it's also cheugy.
Yeah,
Keep in mind, this is not something that's just aimed towards women.
No, it's both.
If you're listening right now, we do have some things that are more directed at males, so we'll get to that in a bit. Do you ever share or like memes that have minions on it?
like
from Despicable Me?
Banana! Yeah, of course.
Of course you do. Cheugy. Also, if you marry young, How old were you when you got married?
31.
Okay, I don't think that's young. I think we're talking like 22.
But my wife was in her 20s.
Oh, okay. So she's cheugy.
So like half.
Have you ever caught yourself saying, I'm feeling 22?
Maybe.
Cheugy. Now, there is a guy on TikTok who loves to talk about millennials and tries to keep in touch with what Gen Z is coming up with. He said there's a list of things that are also cheugy. Here it is.
Joe Rogan, his podcast, and just like as a human, it's cheugy. Thunder Mifflin merch. Lasagna, which I don't understand that one. Wearing golf polos when you're not golfing would be cheugy. Literally anything the brand Hurley makes is most definitely cheugy.
Okay.
If you're still using Axe body spray or their all-in-one shampoo, body wash, conditioner, you are definitely a cheug, my friend. Can't help but agree with this one. It's cargo shorts. Ultimate chug. And finally, what is putting me into this category would be a love for Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
That makes me the ultimate chug.
Can we just talk about how that was a definition of Jonny Jazzno?
I'm wearing a Hurley shirt.
I know. I was judging you so hard while he was listing that off.
And I love Buffalo Wild Wings.
I know you do.
Oh, I'm
Johnny
terrible.
is cheugy.
I'm so cheugy.
Are you?
Oh.
It's time for the playoffs. Kind of lame that you can't be like going out and partying. We all have those Snapchat memories from 4 years ago when we were giving her down White Ave. But this year, it's going to look a lot different. You're going to be watching the games most likely at home. What we want is to hook you up with a sweet prize. All you have to do is go to play107.com. And there's a little link there where you can click. You just have to upload a picture of where you're watching the games from. Like if you have a sweet little like hockey cave, we just want a picture of you and the family wearing your jerseys.
All decked out in orange, or you're watching the game. Maybe moving your TV on the deck.
Yeah. Are you one of those cool people that knows how to hook up TVs outside? Because I've never known how to do that.
You never watched a game outside?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Never.
You need to check this off your bucket list.
I know. So show us how you're celebrating the playoffs at home, and you can win a game day feast from our friends at Hudsons. I've gotten it before on a game day, and it's awesome.
Popcorn with maple bacon seasoning, 12 cold bevies, an order of wings, a pizza pan nacho kit. Those nachos are huge, by the way.
Yeah, it's massive.
Frickles,
which are deep fried pickles.
We got Hogtown riblets.
Yes, and they're twisted tenders. They have some of the best chicken tenders I've ever tried.
Does it come with the dips too?
It does come with the dips.
Yes.
And then there's dessert. There's maple bacon mini donuts. It's going to give you some swag hats. This is all valued at $115. It can feed up to 4 people. So again, all you have to do is go to play107.com and just upload a photo of where you're watching the game. I mean, the more spirit spirit you have, the better chance. But yeah, we want to hook winners up every game day. So
every game day.
You know it.
Not just Wednesday.
Play107.com.
That is awesome.
Johnny, I wanted to play a quick game with you, and I want the listeners to play along as well.
Sure.
I have 5 questions.
Okay.
All you have to do is respond with 90s or not.
Okay.
Did these things happen in the 90s or not?
Well, born in 83.
Okay.
So like 90s, big part of my life.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Question number 1.
Okay.
Seinfeld debuted in the 90s.
Not.
That is correct. It started in 1989.
I knew that. Throwing a trick question in.
I know. All right, next question. Did Jean Christian become I can never say it.
You're really good at that.
Question. Become elected in the 90s?
90s.
Correct.
Hey, there we go.
We're all learning something today. From 93 to 2003. The last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup, was that in the 90s or not?
90s.
That is correct. I love that you hit the dinger before I even told you.
I knew that one. 93.
94, Montreal.
I thought it was 93.
I don't know.
Okay.
Shawn Mendes, was he born in the 90s?
Shawn Mendes.
Come on, you know you're Canadian artists. Mr. Music Director.
I know. I'm going, it's going to be tight. It's going to be either late 90s or early 2000s. I'm going to say 90s.
That's correct. 98. You're crushing this. Last question to get 100% on this 90s quiz. The first Caesar was invented in Calgary in the 90s?
Not.
That is correct. Okay. They were invented all the way back in 1969. So you get a prize.
Thank you.
Your prize is that you get to host the rest of the 90s at 9. I'm going to go home. There's always something that your roommate, your partner, your husband, your wife does around the house that just drives you crazy. It's not just men. I mean, I know that there are women out there that leave their hair extensions in the sink.
Oh, yeah.
That's a terrifying thing to walk into in the middle of the night when you're just trying to use the washroom. It looks like a creature. But there is this new tactic that men specifically are doing around the house to purposely drive their partners crazy. The answer?
Okay.
Leaving drawers and cupboard doors open. That you get in a fight with your spouse or your partner.
Yeah.
And you purposely go into the kitchen and you open drawers, all of them different like amounts. So it's really frustrating for people that love organization. And I've been seeing these viral videos of men being like, my wife and I got in a fight, so guess what I'm going to do? And it's just him like casually walking through the house, opening drawers, taking things out, leaving things like remotes on the couch. Is there something that your partner does, your roommates do, that just drives you crazy?
I like it. Rachel, what about you?
I'm pretty sure I'm the man in the relationship.
Oh, great. Rachel, are you bugging him so much by leaving your stuff everywhere, leaving drawers open?
Yeah, that's totally me. He does the dishes, he cleans up.
Okay, here's the key question.
Yeah.
After dinner, do you put your dishes directly in the dishwasher or do they chill on the side by the sink for a little while?
They chill on the side by the sink.
Yep. Classic.
So your go-to is like, oh, this pan needs to soak overnight, and then it stays in the sink for 3 days?
Sometimes.
We are just exposing you so hard right now.
Oh, I got another one.
Okay.
Laundry in the dryer.
Stays there for a week.
Stays there and you dig through it to grab something, or do you actually take it out and fold?
No, he takes it out and fold. I'll leave it. Or I put it on top of my washer and dryer and leave it in a big avalanche of clothing and then sit down and watch 2 movies in a row and fold all my laundry.
Now, we have Johnny's wife on the phone. If you are listening now and you're like, Jonny Jazzno, Ryder has the day off, but we want to learn a little bit more about Johnny and what he's all about. So I got your wife on the phone. Of
course you do.
Carly, she's at home with your 2-year-old son, Jackson. So can you just let us all know what Johnny does at home that just drives you crazy?
I gotta say, it's the leaving the socks in the living room every single night.
But listen to me for 1 second.
So he just, like, while he's watching his show, he just takes his socks off and plays with his feet?
Okay.
Yes, or he thinks it's cute if, like, Jackson takes his socks off.
That's
Then he'll, like, blame it on Jackson.
Yeah, and then how happy is he the next morning when he's playing with my socks and he puts them on, he's all cute.
You do realize that you're forcing your child to become the guy with the stinky feet because he's not going to wear socks with his shoes.
No.
There you go.
No,
yeah.
guys.
You're influencing him to be the no socks person.
He's so jacked to wear them the next day, though. He is.
Okay, whatever.
He is.
Richie just wrote in saying, my beautiful wife does a great job of collecting the hair around the shower drain after she's done taking a shower. The problem is she smears it on the shower door and leaves it there.
No!
Same. Yeah,
you do too?
We're just as annoying and gross. We just wanted to wrap up our topic earlier about things that your partner does that annoys you with Kelsey's text.
Okay.
She says, my boyfriend has this habit where as soon as he gets home from work, he takes off his pants and just drops them on the floor, walks out of them, and then there's this weird pile of pants just sitting there. It looks like someone melted, and all that was left were pants, and they just stay there.
Yes, I like
Also, he's like Johnny. He takes his socks off wherever he wants, just leaves them around, and then he gets annoyed when our cat will grab one and run off with it. He can never find matching socks. Kelsey ends the text with, but I love him, and the shrug emoji.
Oh, I love this guy. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the text.
107.
The 90s at 9 is continuing, but it's not Ryder and Lisa. It's Lisa and Jonny Jazzno.
Hey.
We're almost done the show together. How was it? How was your experience?
Right. It started a little shaky, let's be honest.
And that was because you were scared of me.
I was scared of you, and I didn't know how you were going to react and how we were going to gel together and all that kind of stuff. But I rated you on 3 different I guess, attributes for the day.
Okay, so I have a report card.
Yeah, so the first one, showing up on time. I gave you a 9 out of 10.
9? I was here before you.
Well, I know, but you didn't greet me at the door. So, overall working, 7.5 out of 10.
What? That's actually pretty good.
You take a hard left sometimes.
Sometimes I get distracted by puppy videos when I'm scrolling Facebook, okay?
So I gave you 7.5 out of 10.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Attitude and fun, 8.5 out of 10.
Why don't I have a 10? Oh, sorry. Do I have attitude?
See, now you're giving me sass again.
No, that's so great. Thank you for the great scores.
So 25 out of 30, 82%. You did good today.
Fine, you get a 24 out of 30.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.